Howdy, Possum Patty, the Soggy Bottom Bunch, and a special guest star today, little Miss Chi Chi. Not having a good day, no, bad arthritis day, yeah. I'm supposed to keep her confined to a small area, but she's not happy about that, no. You can't hear her, but she's moaning a little bit, yeah. So I brought her in here with me, and she's still not happy about that either. She wants to walk all about, but she's not supposed to right now. No, not here last night. No, out with the sisters. Well, you know what? I really wanted to go see the play Wicked, but it's quite above my price point. Even when it came to Connecticut, well, on Broadway it's more, but when it came to Connecticut, I thought, well, maybe we can afford to go see it. Mm-mm. Still very, very expensive to see a play. And I was like, oh, I wish they had taped the Broadway show so we can like rent the movie at the library or something. But then they came out with the movie, and I was like, yay, I can afford to go to the movies. Senior matinee prices, right? So we waited for the movie to come around and for a day for all the sisters to get together. Of course, that took a while, right? And we found a morning show in a theater that we had not been to before. It's kind of between all the sisters, because we're all coming from different towns. And we hadn't been to this one theater before. We got a pretty good review. And it looked like it had recliner seats, right? You like to put your feet up and get cozy, little cup holder for your drink. Well, we got there, the movie looked fine. We went in and had these big puffy orange seats, and we sat down and we're like, oh, the back goes back a little bit, but you can't put your feet up. It doesn't have, the footrest that comes up. So we're like, oh, first disappointment, right? And then we turn around and the seat behind us has a garbage can on it. And we look up and there's a leak coming down from the ceiling into the garbage can behind us. And my sister's like, we're not sitting here. Reserved seats though, right? Reserved seats. It's funny though, when we were going in, we figured there wasn't going to be too many people there. We were at a very early morning matinee. And when I was, I showed him my phone because I had the tickets ahead of time. And he said, oh, are you Patricia or Stacy? I said, oh, Patricia. He said, okay. And he gave me the tickets, and then we had gone in. And so when we decided we were going to move, we weren't going to sit next to the leak in the ceiling. We moved down a couple of rows, and I said to my sisters, I said, this is probably Stacy's seat because there wasn't anybody else in the theater. So we figured when we moved, we would probably pick out, right, the exact seat that Stacy had already reserved. So we're sitting there, and then in walks these two ladies, right? And they're looking at the ticket and they're looking around. So I yelled out to her, hey, Stacy, I hope we're not in your seats. And she's like, what? And she's looking at tickets. She says, oh, no, they were in the row in front of us. So we were like one row behind Stacy, right, and her friend. This was so funny. She said, I'm a little freaked out. You know my name. I said, when I came in and showed the guy my ticket, he wanted to know if I was Patricia or Stacy. And there was nobody else in the theater. So we figured you must be Stacy. So we're sitting there yakking. The show hadn't started yet, right? So the show was about to start, and Stacy and her friend actually got up and moved up behind us. And I said, watch out for the leak. And I think just as the show started, 2 or 3 other people, they came in and sat down behind us too. Yeah, and that was it. There wasn't anybody else that came into the theater that day. So the movie was long. Yeah, the movie was 2 hours and 40 minutes, and the sisters weren't really sure they wanted to go see it. So I paid for the tickets, told them it was their Christmas present, right? Because I wanted to go and I wanted them to go with me. So they're like, oh, it's so long and the seats don't recline and there's a leak in the ceiling. But let me tell you, once the movie started, they were like fixated on the screen, right? Nobody moved. Well, I had to get up in the middle and go to the bathroom. I can't make it through 2 hours and 40 minutes without going for a tinkle. Anyway, at the end of the movie, they were like, "Oh, is it over already? Oh, 2 hours and 40 minutes. Boy, that went by so fast. Oh, I want to see the rest of the movie." And they're like, "That was only part one." I said, "Yeah, part two, you got to wait till next Thanksgiving." "Oh, now we want to go see part two." They loved it. It went by so fast. They stopped complaining about the leak in the ceiling. They stopped complaining about the seats. They stopped complaining about how long it was. Oh, yes, they loved it. They were so happy I took them. And they can't wait now for part two to come out. So, oh, and my favorite song from the Broadway play is "Defying Gravity." Um, that Elphaba sings, and I was like, "Oh, I hope it's in part one. I hope it's in part one." And I had my fingers crossed. Please be in part one. I don't want to wait another year to see that because that's my fave part. And so, well, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Mute me now if you don't want to hear this. Part one ends with the song "Defying Gravity." Yeah, so I loved it. I loved it. I'd go see it again. Yes, I would, because of the costumes and the music and the dancing and everything. And it had a lot of funny moments. I was laughing. Yeah, it was funny. Anyway, yeah, so that's what I did last night. So I didn't make a video. Then we went out, for a bite to eat and all that stuff. And so what have I gotten done? I did diamond paint a Christmas card like I was talking about. Isn't that adorable? Isn't that adorable? And I have Happy Mail. And I need to finish these and get these into the mail. Yes, I do. So I'm going to put her down in her bed and hope she stays there. And first thing I'm going to do is these, because maybe I can get at least one of them off in the mail tomorrow. And then maybe we'll open the Happy Mail, do some journaling, whatever I have time for. It's the holiday season, and I certainly don't feel like, I don't want to say working too hard, because this is not work. This is just play, but just relaxing and enjoying the season and, having a play here and there and taking care of Miss Chi Chi. Yeah, so why don't you come on along? These are just so fun and easy to make. You take some watercolor, your brush, put some blobs of color, paint some green in the background, doodle some wires, and now you have a string of Christmas lights. I put a little gold on the end of the Christmas bulbs there. And then I just take a bunch of different pens, greens, black, white, whatever you have, and doodle some branches, pine tree branches on there, like that. So far I've just done this like sparkle glitter pen from the Dollar Tree, and now I'm using a Jelly Roll metallic. And I'm just putting some pine needles on there. If you hear some yelling, just ignore that. I don't know if you can hear the television. Television on in the other room, Mr. Possum watching a movie. Speaking of Christmas trees, where's the cat? Oh, she's behind me. I gotta keep my eye on her. Usually we put up a tree, not a huge tree, like a skinny 5-foot tree over by the sliding glass doors. And I'm supposed to keep her like in one spot. So I set up a little area for her over there by the window because she likes to watch the birds and stuff out the window. And that's usually where I put my Christmas tree. So Mr. Possum, oh, now she's coming up here. Okay, you can come up. Mr. Possum was like, well, why don't we just get a little tabletop tree? and put it by the front window. And I was like, oh, miss my Christmas tree. I said, oh, that's fine. Well, let's just do that. So I saw in the advertisement that the local, we call it job lot. There's Big Lots, Job Lots, Ollie's, all the same kind of discount store. They had them for $6.99, right? They had them for $6.99. I'm like, oh, we could just get one of these. So I figured for $6.99, it was going to be pretty straggly, but it wasn't too bad. And Mr. Possum's like, well, do you have lights? I got to have lights. And I'm like, oh, all my lights are already attached to the other tree. I can't take them off. And he said, oh, go to Walmart and buy some cheap lights. So I went to Walmart and I actually bought 2 strings and they had 100 of these little tiny lights on each string. Mr. Possum's like, you're never going to use 200 lights on that little tiny tree. I said, well, I'll put one. And if I don't need the other one, I'll just bring it back to the store. I was like, no problem. So I got the like the ornament hooks, and they're like just like little thin wires now. They're not like a strong metal hook. They're just very bendable, very pliable little wire. And the end is like hooked around like that. It's not really a hook. It's a piece of wire. Yeah. They're calling it an ornament hook. I started putting the lights on the tree. I started wiring a light to the tip of every branch, but like there's a light, and then at the tip of the branch, I wired a light, but then use up a couple lights to get to the next branch, and I wired a light on that branch. Well, anyway, I got to like the middle of the tree, and I had used up already 100 of the lights. I saw this is going to work out perfectly, and I kind of, shifted things around a little bit and got the next 100 lights on the bottom of the tree and lit it up. And I go, oh, this is kind of pretty with 200 lights on this little tiny tree. But instead of bringing up my big box of ornaments, all I did was, I had a little bag of tiny ornaments left over from when I was decorating the little tree. And so I said, well, I'm just going to use these. And then I found more ornaments that I bought last year when I was decorating little tiny trees last year. Oh, so I had plenty. So I have 200 lights that cost me $5. So it was $10. It was $6.99 for the tree, $10 for the lights. And all the little bulbs I already had because I bought like way too many because I was going to do one of the little trees in silver, or then I was going to do it in gold. And then Mr. Possum said, put some colors on it. So I bought some red ones. So anyway, so I had a bunch of those left over. So I thought that it was looking pretty good. Oh, and I did get a little like $2 tree topper at the Walmart. Yeah. I want to put more sparkly on here. I like the way that looks on the bowl. So here's some blue sparkly. So that was very inexpensive to do because I didn't want to spend any money because we already have a tree. Just no room to put it up this year. Poor little Miss TT. Yeah, she just can't get comfortable. Let's see. Oh, the yellow. Oh, and I found a copy of the original one I did when I was looking for something else on my computer. Let me see if I can find it again. And I was like, oh, and the original one, I did put Christmas bulbs too. It was lights and bulbs. And I forgot about putting the bulbs on. I should try and make another one of these. And on the other one, I did put a little halo around the lights like that. Yellow's not going to show up that well, so try a little gold. A little gold around the lights. This is mostly just doodle fun. This is mostly just having a doodle play, yeah. I was supposed to get these into the mail. Not that I was supposed to, but I had thought I might get these into the mail on Tuesday, and that didn't happen. I'm just going to put a couple touches of white. Okay, I think that's enough doodling on that one. I'll sign that one and get it off in the mail. And I'll just take a moment and add a little more to this one. Ta-da! I love sparkly things. All right, let those dry. Put them over there. This is from Millie, a long, long time awesome possum peep. Oh my stars! This is so fun. I just working on my Christmas lights, and look at the gnome. He's got those same lights all wrapped around his head. Oh, Millie, that is so super fun. Thank you so much. From our gnome to yours. Merry Christmas. I love that guy right there. Oh, let me read what it says inside. Oh, thank you, Millie. Feliz Navidad. May your home be filled with holiday cheer this very Merry Christmas. We hope the magic of Christmas fills your hearts with faith, your home with love, and your lives with the joy of friendship. Merry Christmas, Millie and family. Possum Patty, Baby Possum, Mr. Possum, and then there's a little thank you note in there. Oh, that's very special, Millie. Thank you so much. And she sent some special things here. Santa. Oh, a little house and a little snowflake. Ooh, there's a couple of them in there. Yeah, a couple of them there. Oh, I don't want to lose those right there now. Don't lose them. I love this little deer. Now, this is a set of cards. Oh, they're out in the other room still. So I got a few more that I can diamond paint. This doesn't take very long at all because it's not solid. You're just sort of outlining the figures there. But I love the back. It says Merry Christmas. It's got candles and snowflakes and baubles there. And they should have put that here, right? I don't know. But this company puts this on the inside on all of them. But it's not very Christmassy. But I did this to go in my journal. What else am I working on? Oh, I'm working on this. Making progress, right? Making progress, making progress. This I have to color. This is for my trashy. Oh, Mr. Possum handed me some trash. Drake's Cakes. This was on the box. Merry Christmas. Ring dings with a snowman there. Well, it's too big for that journal. And kind of big for this journal. I'd have to cut it. I was looking for something for this page. Oh, see, but it says Merry Christmas. I can't really get that on there, can I? But there are little ones. Wait a minute. Off the box. There's some ice skaters. Drake's Cake. Drake's Cakes. And oh, here's folks with a Christmas tree. Oh, so this is a tree we had probably 40 years ago. It's a very large live tree. And some of my fave things about Christmas trees, of course, are the lights. And then I've got all these little handmade ornaments on here. But see this little village at the bottom? Oops. See the little bit tiny village at the bottom? I don't know what happened to that. But it used to light up. There's little plastic ones. And you can find the old-fashioned ones. And I don't know what they're made out of. But it's like these little houses. And you take a string of light and you put the light bulb inside each house. But now they make little plastic ones. that light up. I love a little village under a tree. I could just put that on there, and then these people with the Christmas tree decorating their tree here at the bottom. So, I'm sorry. If you haven't watched all my other videos, this is my Christmas trashy. Yes. And if you go to my channel, you'll see this one's called Merry and Bright. And it's just filled to the brim with holiday trash, wrapping paper, tissue paper, Christmas cards. And I'm adding some photos and advertisements and whatever I have here, things that were gifted to me. And I hadn't planned on putting pictures in here, but it's turning out that way. We don't need the ring ding. Oh, and that can go right there. I could put something up there. Journal. Oh, that's pretty. Merry Christmas. Season's greeting. Oh, joy. Let it snow. I could be like a little topper there. I feel like I need something sparkly. Oh, there's a couple little things. Right now, that's not going to fit there. Oh, I might have to put some bling on that side. The little ribbon left over. Oh, you know what? See, I cut off the top of the tree when I took the picture. Oh, here's a gold star. Oh, this would be perfect. Possum perfect. I might put that up there. I put the picture in the middle. I know I'm supposed to be working on my December daily, but I got out my trashies and I've been playing in my trashies instead. But you do what makes you happy, not what you're supposed to be doing. Ooh, should I cut this? I've really been cutting my pictures. It's okay. And then we'll put the topper on. So I have another page done, yes. Yeah, so my mom had a little village under the tree, and it was that old-fashioned one I was telling you about. They weren't really plasticky. I don't know, almost like a paper mache kind of composite cardboard or something. And they were like hand painted and had a little hole in the back. And I remember I used to like to lay like under the tree and just like look at the little tiny village. That was like one of my fave things to do when I was little. Well, I think that looks really nice on that page. I could even probably put something down here, couldn't I? I think there's more over here. Let's see. And these guys, oh, I thought they were skating. I think they're just walking in the snow because they have boots. I thought those were skates. So this is going in the pocket, but I have to color that. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow because I did diamond painting. Speaking of tomorrow and today, tomorrow and today. Today is Friday the 13th. Oh, look, a $10 bill. Okay, so yesterday was movie day. So today is the 11th day of journaling, and it is Friday the 13th, and I've spent no money. Yes, so this is my idea. For every day that I do not spend any money, so for every no spend day, I would add $1 to the notebook. So I had 10 days here as of the last time I journaled. So I'm going to put in a $10 bill in the journal and we'll see how far that goes. So besides not spending any money, take some of that money that I'm not spending and save it. Then what do I do with it once it's saved? I don't know. I didn't get that far yet. But all I know is I got this idea. Oh, wait, hold on. I got this idea because everybody's doing their stuff the envelope saving games and scratch offs and all kinds of fun savings play. And, I'm like, well, I'm doing no spend, but maybe I could add some savings to the no spending. And I already have this little calendar, so I don't want to buy something that has, you know, envelopes or pockets or something. I don't know. I'm not going to be that fussy. So I'm just going to put a piece of double-sided tape like this. And I'm going to stick that right there. Okay. And then when I get to I already have one. So when I get to a 5 or another 10 or to a 20, then I'll stick some more money in here. And I'll just keep it going. No spend. And for every day I don't spend any money, put $1 into the journal. And let's see what happens. I should have a purpose though. Saving up for something. What should I be saving up for? I could be saving up for the flea market next summer. Oh, you know what? That could be a challenge. Yes, that could be another challenge, right? I could turn this into a major project. So it's like, all right, how many days no spend or very low spend, and then save $1 for every day I don't spend. And then the challenge would be next summer during flea market season, I can only spend what's in this journal the whole season. Oh, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know. Do you have any other ideas? Do you have any other ideas? Well, please list them below because that was just the first idea. It could change. It could change. We'll see what happens with that. Well, I think that's going to be it. Miss Titi finally curled up on her bed there. Take a snooze, so that's a good thing. Morning double clock. There she is. Give that a minute to dry. I do want to finish my Christmas caravan / December not so daily journal, winter journal. And I started this last year, 2023. And the first signature is just about completed. And the second signature I'm working on, putting a bunch of things in here. Happy Mail and December. December memories. Where's that card? I could put this card from Millie with the lights on the page next to Mr. Possum stringing up the lights right there. Ooh, and you know what? I think I'm going to add some gold and some more sparkly to this page too. I'm going to put her card there. I'll put some background and I'll jazz this side up a little bit. Yes, that'll be a lot of fun. That's my crumb for there. And there was something else. Oh, of course, I've got these things from Millie too. I could put those in. And I've got my diamond painting. And I'll probably maybe make a pocket out of this on one of these pages. Something like, I know what I'm going to put on that page. See this page? It looks like sparkles are ready. I wonder if I could put it on there like a pocket and then add some sparkles in the background. Some of these sparkly bits. So that could be a crumb for there. I love the lineup crumbs for the next day. And, I've got this card. I don't know where I'm going to put this. That'll just fit in this bigger journal. So everything's a trashy. I can put trash in everything. So maybe this will go in here. Oh, you know what? Look. And this is gray and red. I can journal on the back, and maybe I'll add this because I have just one little thing in the pocket there. So maybe I can add something to that pocket there. I'll put that there. I love filling things up. So, speaking of filling things up, the room is filling up again. Okay, so I got that there. Oh, and I gotta find some stuff for this new one too, yeah. Okay, well, let me go take care of Miss Titi for a while, yes. She needs a lot of help these days. But thanks for coming along today. Oh, she heard her name. She's coming back. Oh, all right, I got you. I got you. I got you. Yeah, here she is. Here she is. Okay, so I'm going to go take care of her. We got quite a bit done today and came up with a new plan for no spend, start saving. No spend, start saving. Yeah. Happy junk journaling. Bye bye.